All right, so Grandma, tell me about Uncle Dan growing up.
About who?
Uncle Dan.
Uncle Dan?
Yeah, when he was a
Oh,
little kid.
oh, he was a cute little boy. How he poor Danny, he was like in the middle of everybody and he was overlooked a lot.
When he was a little
But he
kid.
was a good little boy. He was a precious little boy.
What kind of kid was he? Like when he was really little?
He was well behaved, just a good little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about Jane?
Jenny?
Yeah. What kind of kid was she?
She was the cutest little girl I ever saw.
Was she happy?
Oh yeah, she was just. I'm not saying this because you're sitting here, Sean, Jan, but Janie was a beautiful child,
Yeah.
and she minded me. She was well behaved. She was a good girl. I don't know what else I can say. She got good marks in school. And she went to a Catholic school, so they were really strict there.
St. Gemma's.
Yeah, do you remember that, Jane?
St. Gemma's.
Yeah, St. Gemma's school. The Catholic school.
What about Aunt Shawn?
The same thing with her. And then when they got in the lower grades, they went to a regular school.
Yeah.
Because it cost quite a bit to send them
Yeah.
to Catholic school.
Yeah.
But did you like it there, Janie?
No,
You didn't like it there?
it was too strict.
Yeah.
So Grandma,
What?
tell me about Grandpa when he was a father.
Oh,
What kind of father was he?
oh, he loved his children.
Yeah.
He just loved them. There's nothing in the world that he loved more than his children.
Yeah.
He was a good daddy.
Yeah. He had some problems though, didn't he? With drinking and stuff like that.
What kind of problem?
Grandpa. You know, like when he was younger.
Who?
Grandpa, yeah.
When he was younger?
Well, early on in your marriage and stuff.
Well, I didn't know him then.
No, I mean after you got married.
Oh. Well, he had a little drinking problem,
Yeah.
if you want to record that.
That's
And
all right.
He liked to hang out with his buddies.
Yeah. Were
He
you,
was a good father, though.
did it make you sad sometimes?
Wasn't he a good father, Jenny?
Yep.
Did it
Yeah.
did it make you sad sometimes though? When he was gone?
Yes.
How come you stayed with him?
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
No?
He was a sweetheart. To me, he was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
We got through it.
Are you glad you stayed with him through that time?
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of people these days they don't believe in that.
I know.
They just give up, you know.
Well, I was brought up in a divorced home, and I knew what it was like. It was terrible not to have a dad around.
Yeah.
And I swore I'd never get divorced.
So you stayed true to that.
It's too hard on the kids, you know,
Yeah.
to not have a father
Yeah.
like me. I knew what it was like.
Yeah. So tell me about how it was like once you guys were
What was the last part of that?
Tell me about how it was when you guys were retired. What kind of life did you guys have together?
When we were what?
Retired.
Retired?
Yeah.
Oh,
What kind of things did you guys do together?
oh, we went to Florida every year, and oh, we had a great life. Things were a lot better
Yeah.
after Grandpa retired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What kind of person was he then?
he was just a wonderful dad and a good husband.
Yeah.
He liked to drink, but by then I was going out with him.
Yeah.
I wasn't old Mrs. Goody Good.
So tell
I
me
liked to
about
drink too.
tell me about the holidays. Like once you guys started having grandkids and stuff like that. Like tell me about your house out in Howell.
Oh, but what?
Your house in Howell.
Oh, by that time the kids were all grown up.
Yeah. Tell
And
me about it.
that was a nice house. Uncle Mike built it
Yeah.
from ground up, and some of his friends helped him build it.
Yeah.
And
Did you like living there?
yeah,
Tell me about like Christmas, like the stuff you guys would do on Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah, at that house in Howell.
Oh, that was beautiful. We had a lot of pine trees out there.
Yeah.
We lived on Pineway Trail, and every Christmas we'd trim all those trees around there. It was beautiful. Christmas time.
Yeah. Who all used to come out to your house on Christmas?
Oh, all the. I remember especially Aunt Jenny and Uncle Norm and the kids.
Yeah.
It was just so nice. Not Aunt Jenny. I mean Aunt Margot. I'm sorry. Oh, Jenny came after too. Her and
George.
huh?
George.
Yeah.
You remember George?
Joyce.
George.
George.
My mom's boyfriend, George.
George Occasion.
Oh yeah.
Did you like him?
Oh yeah. He was nice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you never married him, Jenny. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's good to the kids,
Yeah.
but maybe it wouldn't work out. So you probably did the right thing.
So, Grandma, what do you think your best memory is of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah, your favorite memory.
Oh my goodness. Would you believe it was at my grandma's house when I was just little and grandpa?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd go over there every Christmas. And it was magical, beautiful.
What was it like?
They had a great big beautiful brick house, and they had a farm with all the cattle and horses and everything. And they had a dog called Lassie.
Laddie.
Laddie. You're right, Jane. How did you know?
Because I remember hearing about it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and that when it was time to milk the cows, Grandpa had Laddie so well trained. All he'd do is tell him, he said, go get the cows, it's time for milking. And then he had a lane, that went way back into the field where the cattle stayed. And Laddie, the dog, would go get round up all the cattle and bring them back. Grandpa didn't have to do a thing, just watch them. And Laddie was so happy to do it. He had a real happy look on his face.
Were they nice to you?
Was who nice?
Your grandma and grandpa?
Was he nice to us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he loved us kids. We were his life.
What were their names?
Isaac Newmarch was my grandpa's name. Newmarch. It was Grandma's second marriage, because her first marriage, her first husband died.
What was her name?
His name was Potter.
What was your grandma's name?
Josephine.
Yeah.
Josephine Newmarch. That was her second husband.
Yeah.
Ask her to tell you about the sleigh that her grandpa used to pick her up in at school.
What about the sleigh, Grandma?
What about what?
The sleigh. The sleigh that your grandpa would pick you up in.
Oh, yeah. And we went to a country school, and every Christmas we'd practice for weeks ahead of time. We'd put on a Christmas play, the children did, and Grandpa would come when it was almost time to be over, and he'd bring everybody, and he came in a sled that had bells on the side. It's a one horse. It was picturesque, just like the book, you know. And he'd come and pick us up with the sled after the play was over.
It was a horse-drawn sleigh.
Yeah, one horse.
It had bells on it.
Bells on the, you know, the thing that goes on the side of the horses, the harness.
Yeah.
They had bells, so whenever they'd walk, you'd hear the bells.
Yeah.
And so Grandpa would come and get us kids after the play, Christmas play. And he'd take us all over to Grandma and Grandpa's house. That was beautiful.
Didn't he have a handlebar mustache?
A handlebar? No.
Handlebar mustache.
No, he didn't.
Did he wear a fur coat?
He had a mustache. It was white, but it just a little one.
Did he wear a fur coat and a fur hat?
Yeah, he did.
So Grandma
Grandma was a sweetheart. She was the best cook in the world.
what kind of food did she make?
Wasn't she 6 foot tall?
She was tall. I think she was.
She was like 6 foot
She was
tall.
real tall.
So Grandma,
What?
what is your biggest regret in your whole life? What is the thing that you regret the most?
What memory do I have that's the
No.
best?
No. What do you regret
Oh, regret?
the most? Yeah.
Oh. Well, I hate to say this, but I used to lie a lot.
You did? What did you lie about?
Everything to keep me out of trouble. 'Cause
Like
I was always
what?
getting into trouble.
You were?
Yeah.
What kind of trouble did you get into?
Oh, I'd steal cookies when they weren't looking, or I wasn't supposed to have them. Things like that, you know, that kids do.
You used to steal cookies?
And then I'd lie about it.
You did?
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
Oh, I thought it was terrible.
You
I
did?
hated myself.
Really?
Why?
You're a cookie thief, Grandma.
Cookie thief, yeah.
You better say some extra prayers tonight when you go to bed.
Okay, I will. Do you guys think it's hot in here?
No.
I think I'm just getting hot from talking about this stuff.
So, what makes you happiest?
Right now,
Yeah, like what kind of things make you happy?
I'm happy when everybody else is happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as everybody's happy and there's no
It's hard for her
sadness.
to remember, Roy.
Yeah.
What did you say, Jen?
Nothing?
So, Grandma, tell me about God. What do you think about God?
G-O-D?
Yeah.
Oh, I love God.
Do you believe in him?
I just wish I was a better Christian.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe in God?
Do I believe in? Of course I believe in God.
Well, tell me about it. What do you believe?
Well, my mother was a very strict Baptist or whatever church she happened to be going to. And when I was little, I used to regret it. I didn't want to go to church that much and everything. But when I found out God was wonderful, then I felt bad about it.
Ask her to sing that song.
Have you ever felt like God has done something for you in your life?
I didn't get that.
Have you ever felt like God has helped you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell me about
My
it.
life.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I can't think of one instance.
No?
She can't get that involved.
No.
Tell her to sing,
God helps you a
sing a
lot.
Christian song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he answers prayers?
He does. He answers prayers.
Yeah.
And that's very important, I think.
What's your favorite song to sing?
I didn't understand that.
What's your favorite song?
Song?
Yeah, to sing.
Oh, I love church hymns.
Like what?
Oh, let's see, what is my favorite?
The Old Rugged Cross.
Yeah, that's a beautiful song.
How does it go?
Oh, the old rugged cross, I'll forever be true. I'll lay down and you'll call me someday to his home far away. And he lives
How about
forever.
how about In the Garden?
Yeah, that's a beautiful song.
Do that one.
In the garden. I got my church hymn book here.
That's all right. So, Grandma,
What?
tell me more about Grandpa. Like,
Oh, Grandpa Newmarsh was a real sweetheart. He used to call me Patty Whack with a big straw hat. He never called me Lois.
so what about
Patty Whack.
your mom and dad?
How about what?
Your mom and dad. What were their names?
My real mom and dad.
Yeah.
My mom and dad got divorced when I was only 2 years old
Why?
because my mom said that my dad was cheating on her.
That was rare back then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For people to get divorced.
All that happens even way back then.
So what happened to you when they got divorced?
Well, we had to give up our nice house in Detroit. I still remember that address. 135 East Nevada. That's where we lived in Detroit. We had a nice house. But but we had to give it up because my dad took off. And so we didn't have any money anymore.
So what did you guys do?
So we moved back to Kingsley, you know, near Traverse City,
Yeah,
where my grandparents lived.
yeah.
And we lived in this old, rundown house with no electricity, no running water.
Who lived with you?
What?
Who lived in the house with you?
Oh, just my mom and us kids.
How many kids did she have?
5.
What were their names?
Ruthie was my oldest sister. She's about 10 years older than me. And Norma was next. You probably know them. And Aunt Virginia, she was next. Then Uncle Herbie. And then myself.
So you were the baby?
Yep.
So tell me about your oldest sister.
Well, what, honey?
Tell me about your oldest sister, Ruth.
The rest of my family?
No, tell me about your oldest sister.
Oh, Ruthie, she was my idol.
Tell me about her.
Didn't she
She had
sing?
red hair.
She sang on the radio?
Yeah. Her and her husband, or even before they were married, they both had beautiful voices. And they used to sing on the radio. And back then, that's all they had was radio. They didn't have TV. And they had beautiful voices. But Sister Ruthie was my idol.
And then they got married.
They got married.
So tell me about when Ruth was younger. What kind of sister was she?
Well, she was like my mother. My mother was so frustrated. She had 5 kids and divorced from her husband.
Did she have to work? Your mom?
No, she got some kind of a pension or something.
I
Yeah.
thought she got rent money. Rent.
She got a pension. My dad took off and nobody could find him, so we couldn't get any money from him. So we were poor.
So Ruth was like your mom.
Yeah, she was a sweetheart.
So your mom was like really depressed or what?
My mom was what?
Was she like really depressed and she couldn't really take care of you guys very well, or I mean, like,
She treated us very well.
was she really depressed after the divorce when you guys moved?
I don't understand your question.
Was your mom really depressed after your dad left? Was she sad?
Was she fat?
No, sad.
Sad.
Was
Yeah.
your mother upset after the divorce?
I don't know, because I was only a little kid. What do kids know? You know,
How old were you?
2.
Oh.
I was only 2 years old.
So your oldest sister was like your mom to you?
Yeah, my oldest sister Ruthie, she took over. She was my mother. She was a sweetheart.
How long was she alive for? How long did she live?
How long was she dead?
No, alive for. How
She got
long?
married to Spencer.
How long was your sister alive?
Oh, my sister was alive for a long time.
Yeah.
She died after she was married from having an abortion because she already had twin babies. It was Ron and Don,
Yeah.
my oldest sister, and she got pregnant again, and she took something. Somebody told her to take to get an abortion, so she'd lose the next baby, and it killed her.
How old was she?
about 19.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
she was older than that.
And so then we had the twin baby boys. They were identical twins, Ron and Don.
Yeah.
And we had them for about a year. And their dad adopted them out. And that was really sad.
How old were you?
It was during the Depression.
Yeah, and we couldn't afford to really. I can remember us kids giving up our food because the twins were just babies. They had to have food, and we had to give them our food. But we didn't care because we loved those babies. But anyhow, things got better.
But then tell the story of how you seen the twins after they were adopted. How you ran into the twins after they got adopted.
Oh yeah.
Tell Roy.
Yeah, their dad adopted them out, and we didn't know where they were. I can remember Mother had us all get down on our knees and pray that we'd find our boys, you know. And one day Mother sent me across the street to the store to get a loaf of bread, and I heard somebody say, hi Aunt Lois. They call me Aunt Lois. And I looked, and there they were. You talk about prayer. I believe in prayer so much, because when they took the twins away from us, we all got down on our knees that night and prayed that we'd see them again, because we never thought we'd ever see them. And when I was in the store, I told you, I heard somebody say, hi Aunt Lois, and it was one of the twins. Their parents, adopted parents, took them into the store, and here it is, a little grocery store way off the beaten path. You talk about answering prayers.
And then you got to see them after that all the time.
Oh yeah, they said anytime we wanted to see them that we were welcome to come, and they gave us their address and everything.
And weren't they pretty well off?
Huh?
Weren't they well off, the Woods?
Yeah. They were really good about it.
So tell me about your second oldest sister.
Oh, that was Norma.
Tell me about her.
She was a good kid.
Did you get along?
Yeah, I got along good with Norma.
Tell me about her. Tell me what kind of person she was.
She was smart, but she was, I don't know. I wasn't very close. It was my oldest sister that I was close to, Ruthie.
Yeah. Did you?
But Norma,
Where did she live?
she was all right, but we weren't close.
How old did she live to be?
How old was who?
How old did your sister Norma live to be before she died? How old was she?
Oh, Aunt Norma, she got married and had kids and
She was
everything
probably
else.
about 80 when she died.
She just died not long ago.
Yeah.
What?
She was about 80 when she died.
Yeah.
So who was the third oldest in your family?
Who was
Who was the third oldest?
Aunt Virginia?
Tell me about her.
Virginia had a nervous breakdown when she had appendicitis. She was really sick and she had a nervous breakdown. And it left her, she wasn't the same anymore up here, you know.
How old was she when that happened?
Teenager.
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't nutty. She was just not like other people, you know.
Tell me about it.
Oh, I mean, she was bullheaded, you know, and
She was fun. She was a
What?
lot of fun. She was a lot of fun.
yeah, she was.
Did you get along with her?
Yeah, I love Virginia.
Yeah? Tell me about Uncle Herb.
Well, him and I were buddies all through our life. Very close.
Did you love him?
Did I like him?
Did you love him?
Of course. He was a wonderful brother.
Tell me about him.
What can I tell you? He was held back in school when he was a kid
Why?
because of his eyes. He had real bad eyes. And they wouldn't let him go to school until he started going the same time I did. So we were in school together all through those years. And
Didn't he used to read you a story every night or tell you a story when you went to bed?
I didn't hear the first part.
Didn't he used to tell a story every night when you went to bed?
Yeah.
What kind of stories?
Yeah, we lived in this old house, when we were growing up. And I slept in this one bedroom and Herbie was in the other one. And there was a big crack in the walls. And Herb's head was by that crack. And I was on this side of where the crack was. And he'd tell me stories every night until I went to sleep.
What kind of stories?
He'd make them up.
He would?
Yeah, all about different things, about dogs, about somebody in the family, or, he'd just make them up.
Did he ever make stories up about you?
Yeah, about everybody.
Were they nice stories or were they mean stories?
They were funny.
Very adventurous.
They were?
Yeah. Yeah, he was wonderful about making up stories. Then he started writing stories.
Was he a good writer?
Oh, very good. He got A's in journalism, and yeah, he was very good with stories.
Yeah.
He made up some really good ones.
So, tell me about owls, Grandma.
About what?
An owl. Do you like owls?
O-W-L.
Spell it.
Do you like owls?
Owls.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I'm just asking.
Well, it's funny that you asked because at night there was an owl that used to sit by our window upstairs, and it used to hoot all night long.
Were you scared of them?
No, because Herbie told me it wouldn't hurt us. It just, I was all right.
Do you like their eyes?
Yeah. Ooh. 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 Yeah.
So, Grandma, tell me about your grandkids.
About our wonderful grandchildren.
Yeah. Tell me about Sean.
Sean,
Yeah.
the oldest one.
Yeah. Tell me a memory you have of
Oh,
Sean.
he was special.
Yeah.
He was our first grandchild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about him.
He was a cute little kid. He was just adorable.
Did he ever give you any problems or anything?
Oh, when he got older, I guess. Oh, not serious.
No?
No. He was a good kid.
What about Aaron?
Aaron?
Yeah.
I didn't know much about Aaron because Mike and Linda got divorced, and I didn't know much about Aaron.
No?
No, but I liked her. She's a real
Can't
sweetheart.
remember, Roy.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
What about Gabe?
Roy, she
Gabrielle.
can't remember.
Gabrielle.
Spell it.
Gabe. Uncle Mike's daughter, Gabrielle.
Oh, Gabrielle.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. She's a real. I don't know those kids that much.
Yeah.
She was my granddaughter.
Yeah.
Roy, don't ask her all this.
She
She
was a
doesn't
real
remember. Her
cutie.
memory's shot.
Yeah.
But they moved. They didn't live in this town.
Yeah.
At first they did, but then they moved back to. Where's that town up there? Up near Harrisville?
Yeah. What about Jonah?
What about him?
Tell me about him.
Roy.
He's a smart kid.
Yeah.
Nice. He's a nice kid.
What about Luke?
Well, the same thing with all of them. They were wonderful children.
Did you have fun with your grandkids?
Did I have fun with them?
Yeah.
When I had a chance. If I'd seen them very much.
What kind of stuff would you do with your grandkids?
What did I do?
Yeah, what kind of stuff would you do?
Oh,
Roy, she
it would be like if they came over to visit.
Yeah.
We'd take them to the show with us and take them to the ice cream parlor and
Yeah.
things grandparents do, you know.
So do you remember when they were Jehovah Witnesses?
Do I
And you-
remember?
When they were Jehovah Witnesses and you used to sneak them Christmas presents?
I
And
can't understand the words you said.
do you remember when you used to sneak them presents because they were Jehovah Witnesses? So you would buy them Christmas presents and stuff and pretend like they weren't Christmas presents?
Yeah.
You remember that?
I really don't know what you want me to tell you.
Oh. No, I'm just asking if you remember that.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Do you remember buying Luke and Jonah and Gabrielle Christmas gifts and not telling them they were Christmas gifts?
Yeah. Not too often. Because they didn't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah. But you'd buy them stuff anyway.
But we always bought them stuff.
Did you ever get in trouble for doing
They were
it?
Grandchildren.
Did you ever get in trouble for doing that?
No.
You never got caught?
I give more like a thank you than a trouble.
Alright. I'm getting tired.
Don't you think you've had enough?
Sure.
Aren't you getting tired?
No.
To be continued.
All right.